Since E3, Neverwinter Nights 2, the team's been focused on refining a lot of the content that's already there. We've been looking at ways to improve the interface mechanics. We've been working on having artists polish a lot of the spell effects you see in the game. A lot of the cool visual effects you'll see in the game are due to Justin Cherry, one of our concept artists. Also, we've been working on just finding bugs, polishing the gameplay experience, and all the designers and team members, when they have the spare bandwidth, have just been playing through the game and looking for bugs, fixing them, and then just polishing it. In Neverwinter Nights 2, one of the strengths of the design is the Stronghold Mechanics system that we've introduced into the game. Basically, the premise of the Stronghold Mechanics is halfway through the game, the player basically takes charge of their own stronghold in the game. This is basically an area, a home base to call your own. The added gameplay element that gets brought into play is that you actually go out and recruit people to help serve in your stronghold, upgrade its walls, upgrade its equipment, upgrade the troops. And basically, a lot of the choices you make in upgrading that stronghold has a big factor in how the game plays out in Act 3. A lot of the recruits you can get aren't solely for soldiers or military use. You can recruit people like farmers, miners, blacksmiths, priests, innkeepers, even recruit various merchant caravans to help supply your keep with various resources. All of those things factor into the morale and the sort of combat standing of your troops, and generally how secure the keep is against attack. In Neverwinter Nights 2, we're also trying to give more of an epic feel to the entire storyline, and one of the ways that we're trying to communicate that beyond the Stronghold mechanics is that we're also trying to engage the player in more mass battles over the course of the game. By that I mean that some of the troops that you help upgrade as part of the Stronghold mechanic, you'll actually be leading those troops into battle against the enemy forces. Some of those troops will be broken up into different categories like the archers, swordsmen, various specialty troop types, and those groups of troops will either follow you or one of your companions through various mass battles that take place in the game. We do try and introduce that mechanics slowly through the course of the game so as not to overwhelm the player, but a lot of the more complicated strategy and tactical elements come into play towards the end of the game during the final battles. The companions in the game, you're limited to having a total of 4 party members venturing at any one time. When those companions aren't in your party, however, they do have a home base they report back to, whether it's the Stronghold or in a certain section of Neverwinter, where they basically wait for you until you come and recruit them again. We try to see the companions as you're basically able to pick and choose which ones you want to join with you at any point in time, unless there's a story element that compels one of them to come along. So basically, they will be waiting at the Stronghold for you if you're not currently adventuring with them, and they are doing their own various things at the Stronghold when they're not in your party. Multiplayer is a big element of Neverwinter 2. We try to make sure the single-player campaign could be played cooperatively. It's recommended for up to 4 players, and that can usually result in a very large group going through the single-player campaign because you can have the 4 players on the computer that you're traveling with. You can also have up to 3 companions that will be joining that group of 4, and then if you want to as well, if you have a lot of spellcasters or druids in your party, you can also summon creatures to help you as well. So you can end up having a very large party running around, but we do want to allow for that option. And the encounters do scale accordingly. So although there's a lot of you in the party, the enemies you face are going to be a lot tougher. The team at Obsidian is still working hard on Neverwinter Nights 2, and it's slated for an October release on the PC. We're looking forward to getting the game in the hands of the public, and we're actually looking even more forward to seeing what the public does with Neverwinter Nights 2 toolset.